Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and welcome to your November 2022 Tarotscope readings, special eclipse edition. Now, we're right in the middle of eclipse season. The first partial solar eclipse happened October 25th, 2022, and we are right in the middle of that, and the next eclipse will be a complete lunar eclipse on November 8th. Now, if you're regular to this channel, you know that I use the North Node to read your tarot. And that is because the North Node is recognized in astrology to be your soul path, your North Star. And the eclipses happen on the nodes, and they're very transformational. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what you're most learning and experiencing during this eclipse period, which will last not only a few months prior to the eclipse, but about 6 months after the eclipse. So let's get into the readings. I'm going to connect to the energies now. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is the November 2022 Tarotscope reading, special eclipse edition for everybody with their North Node in Taurus and or the second house. Okay, so this is my eclipse spread, and I'll explain it to you right here. These two cards here are what you are learning and experiencing during this eclipse period, which is from a month to a few weeks prior to October 25th, the solar eclipse, and then the lunar eclipse, through the lunar eclipse on November 8th, 2022, and then 6 months after. So this is about transformation, okay, with the nodes and the eclipses, okay? Right here you have the reversed Five of Cups, and you've got the reversed Seven of Cups, okay? Now, the card, this is what you're learning and experiencing. So a lot of emotions here. And then you also have the Chariot as a basis, okay? So this is about moving forward, like emotionally. For some of you, it could be like healing emotional wounds that are older, things that have happened somewhat recently. But it's about, with this Chariot, it's about moving forward from emotions, and also making emotional choices. Okay, so that is what you're learning. You're being able to. It could be for some of you not only healing, but also being comfortable and making sense of emotional things that are happening in your life and that have happened. Now, your point of transformation, which is this card, is the King of Cups. Now, what this is saying is that the King of Cups is interesting because the kings and queens in the deck are not gender specific. So, for example, any gender could get a king card or a queen card. But the difference is the way that, like, for example, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are both about, emotions, but it's the way they're expressed with a male energy and a female energy is different. And I think a lot of you are what you're having trouble with in your life is balancing it out to where it's almost like I'm getting the energy of things could be black or white for you. It's either, you're completely in your life drowning in emotions, and they're all around you and it's like a chaotic type thing, or they're completely trying to be blocked from your life. It's almost like this very black or white thing. Now what the king is telling you is that, you know you can experience emotions and you can use them, but still access, logic and reason and figuring out things. So it's about this is what you're learning about balancing this, and it's like moving forward, okay, in this regard. Now, this card here is where the energy is going, okay, where it's going. If nothing changes, if you do nothing, where it's changing, where it's actually going. And you got the Six of Pentacles. And what I feel like is a lot of you are going to learn about emotions through the act of giving and receiving. Okay, that's going to be your point of transformation, meaning that when you are having to deal with very strong emotions or things of an emotional nature, or when you're healing from old emotional wounds and trying to make sense of it, you are helped a lot of times. We are helped through those around us. So it's about like allowing yourself to receive help. But at the same time, being able to give help. So for some of you, it may be like, for example, you may need to take the lead, and you may need to be the giver. And when you do that, that's helping you heal. That's helping you make emotional choices that you need to make because you're being the one giving. For others of you, it could be the receiving aspect. And I feel like that's going to be the key. And I feel like you're going to learn this through people. Just remember that you don't want to have your emotional world around you in too much chaos or too much drama, because that's one of the things that you can see with a South Node in Scorpio or a South Node in the 8th house, is you see that, it could be like an attraction to drama, or drama just seems to like come to you like you're like a magnet, for drama. And you don't even try to do it. It just like kind of comes natural. And so these kind of things can be hard to sort out, but I think you're getting through it. And the way to get through it and to manage it is to not go into that black and white mode of, I'm just going to like delve into this head first into this chaos of emotions. Or the other spectrum is just completely like cut the emotional realm off. It's about dabbling, okay, getting in there and like knowing when to like back off, knowing when. And that's how what's going to help you is the people around you are going to help you, and you are going to be in help too. That's where you're going to learn to do this. Now, so I do feel like it's headed in a direction that is very good. Although, during this eclipse period, you could be experiencing, especially like a lot of like old emotional wounds, or, anger or sadness could come up from the past, and you're just processing it, but you are going to get through this. Now, your two advice cards you have the Fool and you've got the Three of Cups. Now, this is a very clear message for you, okay? These are your advice cards. This is about keeping everything like going to a lighthearted place. Try to look at things like try to really have like it's like optimism, okay? Try as much as possible to enjoy life, to really get into it, and you know, it's like gratitude, it's optimism, it's allowing yourself to laugh, allowing yourself to celebrate life. And that is going to be one of the keys. And these two cards are tied in with where I see it going with other people. It's about, you know, really like realizing that, you know, those around you that you know, nurture your soul, those around you that you can rely on, you know, type of thing, you know, that type of thing. How can you be of help to them? How are they, you know, of a help to you? And I feel like, you know, this celebration card, along with the Fool, which is a good card, which is about like, you know, like new beginnings. You are stepping into a new way of being, and it's a way of self-empowerment. You're stepping into you know, the role of the King of Cups, someone who doesn't let emotions overpower them, but has emotional intelligence and is comfortable working through the emotional realm without getting sucked into, you know, the whole like you know, drama and drowning in the emotions. And when you do that, for each of you, it's going to be different. You're going to see healing happen for a lot of you. You're going to see emotional choices will become clearer if they're cloudy. And I feel a lot of you are you know, kind of trying to make these choices and don't know which way to go. It's going to become clearer. And that is what you are working through and learning in this eclipse season. So I hope this reading was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching and sharing some time. If you'd like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. And again, thanks for watching, and we will see you on some more videos. Many blessings.